What is going on, creative beast enthusiast? We have a Triceratopsian that is the coolest of them all, the Triceratops horridus. Let's go. Boom! This is a monstrous beast. The Triceratops horridus. Looks incredible in the packaging. Check out this illustration as well. It looks really good. I love how it has all the colorations, the same as the action figure. Back of the box, you have all the cool Ceratopsians in this wave. Bottom of the box, everybody who worked on this figure. And of course, you get this awesome sleeve that's holographic and pretty cool with the trading card that is inside. Very nice. Let's go ahead and get him open with this guy. It's so big. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Oh, look at that guy. And you also get this photorealistic background. Very cool. Very cool background. This is a massive dinosaur. I don't know if you can tell how big it is on the camera, but it is insanely huge. Oh. Accessories. Let's put this dinosaur tail on. Oh, come on, Chris. Let's talk about this awesome figure, the Triceratops horridus. And I love this figure. I think his mask and his face with his crest is very striking. You get this cool keratin styled crest that looks great with the horns. You can tell it was just very robust and scary. It's one of those forms that it just looks good. This is an iconic image in dinosaurs. And when you think of dinosaurs, you think of a T-Rex, a raptor, or a Triceratops. And then you got, of course, Stegosaurus in those. But the Triceratops is a staple in dinosaurs, and I think that this figure amplifies the characteristics of a Triceratops. Jake did an incredible job sculpting this, and it really shows the attention to detail throughout the entire figure. You have these crazy awesome little scales on the face right here with these great horns. You also can see that this texturing was done to emphasize the keratin in the skull, and it looks really good. You also have a little bit of scaling on parts of it that I think really amplifies that there was fleshy pieces on this dinosaur, and it's really unique in how it looks. I love how big its head is, and it looks so good in any position with these large, massive horns. What's really cool too about this guy is with these horns, you have another set. So you have the mature set, and then you have the adolescent set of horns, which are a little bit smaller, but they still look cool. I prefer the adult horns because they're bigger and more aggressive, but either way, this dinosaur looks cool. This figure stands out. What's really cool about the horns too is you won't get them mixed up. They have this special keying inside of them, so you can just slot them onto the figure and they'll hold very well. Unless of course you rip them off. The back of the crest looks great. You can see where the crest is keratinized forms meet the scales. And I really like that. I think it was uniquely done in a way that didn't take away from the figure and highlighted what this dinosaur looked like. I really love the scaling on this thing though. You can see the scoot scales on it and these big robust scoots on the side as well. Our other large Ceratopsians have the scale scoots as well, and I think that's such a cool characteristic of this species. You have the color transition from the dark back to the light body, and you get the wash too to really highlight and emphasize the scale structures and design. I love the robust body with the skin fleshy bits. That's my favorite part on all the figures, is that you can see the skin and attention to detail and how it just makes the whole figure form very nicely. And I love the blue. The blues and the oranges are really good contrast colors to each other, and when you look at it from this perspective, it looks like a statue or a model. It's beautiful, it's clean, and it flows very nicely. Let's talk about the articulation on this guy. He has a hinge joint in his mouth, and you can get super wide in there with, oh my goodness, is that a posable tongue? It is! It has an articulated tongue in there, you guys. That's crazy. The articulated tongue with the teeth, and the mouth is shiny with the gloss, so it looks wet. I love how wide you can open this thing. Then you can close it, and it looks really good. You have removable horns so that you can place the horns on in the different styles. Adult here and also adolescent here. You have a barbell in the back of the skull, so you get very dynamic poses and range of motion with this neck. You also have a barbell in the neck, so you can get super high poses. Don't be scared, you won't hurt him. And super low to technical difficulties, and super low forms as well. So it looks like he's grazing. You have a barbell inside the shoulder so you can get great rotation and articulation. You also get it so that they can move in and out, doing some nice little bicep flexes. Ugh. And I really love how great the range of motion is on this guy. You can really make these legs pop out, and I think that's very cool. You have a disc swivel in the elbow so you can get really good bends, almost 90 degrees forward and straight back. Very cool. You have a barbell inside of the foot so you can get full rotation if you'd like. Look at that. And good articulation for posing in different forms. What's really cool too is the body's barbell and the torso is super flexible. You can get super high ups, so he's like rearing, let me push him back for you, or super low downs, so you can make him look like he's drinking, eating, or just, you know, getting ready to stab someone with his cool horns. You have a barbell in the hips with great range of motion, 360 rotation. You get a little bit of in and out with the hip. You have another disc swivel in the knee, so you can get great straight bends and 90s. You have another disc swivel in the ankle. You can get nice articulation there as well, straight and 90. And you have a barbell in the foot. So you get rotation, articulation, and swivel. The tail is on a barbell and it fits perfectly into this cavity. So you can get really high ups, really low downs. You get side to sides, and you can spin it all around. And he's fun to hold. I love how heavy he is as well. He's not a light figure. He's heavy and fun, and he's cool to play with. Look how cool the back is as well. Just looking at the back, looking down, this looks very intimidating, and I can't wait to get him in some poses. So let's go pose this guy. Boom. Literal boom. This guy is so big and so cool and so fun and so dangerous. So what I really like about his size is he's heavy. You could use this as a weapon, but don't do it. It's not advised. So I'm just gonna do a regular, cool Ceratopsian pose, and we'll go from there because he looks so cool. Let's go. Cool, all right. I'm gonna put the adult horns back on. Oh, you know what? I do like the curve that these adolescent horns have. The mature horns are more straight. I like how long the mature horns are. Let's get some plants in there. We got some really cool plants from Lily, so we're gonna use them. Kind of a relaxed pose. Doesn't have to worry about anything, just kind of munching on food. Let's get a really good turn and kind of a torso turn. Nice. What's super cool about the Triceratops as well is it got to fight Tyrannosaurus Rex. Fight! I actually had this guy fighting that one up there. I don't think y'all realize just how big these guys are, and what's really cool is we're gonna actually use a medium stand for this. I'm gonna take the Gorgosaurus one. By the way, the Gorgosaurus, he's gonna be re-released soon. Get excited. Very cool. All right, this is a little wild how big these guys are. We're gonna put a plant in the middle of them, and we're gonna put a plant over here. Nice, so it looks like he's coming out of the forest. Triceratops is ready to attack. Cool. And if y'all are looking to get a T-Rex for yourself, we still have the gray T-Rex. They are massive. You can get this guy right now on our website, and you can paint these any way you want, just like Chase did. Check out these photos. And if you don't want to paint it, I love having one for an art reference. They're super cool. We're gonna add the juvenile to this scene to make it a little bit more of a family event. And because he's getting ready to stab, I'm gonna have him bracing really hard, like he just dove into something. We're gonna go ahead and open one of these stands for our Tyrannosaurus Rex, because he is so massive. We're getting him standing up. This is our large stand. Boom, baby. Now we do have the pads in here, and I do want to put them on. Let's do that really quick. Time lapse, Spano dude. 30 seconds and we're ready to go. And now, because this stand is specifically made for large, heavy creatures, I can just pop them on these stands and we can do it over and over and over again. Not on the plants, T-Rex, not on the plant. Good thing these things are super hardy and you can kind of throw them around. Lily does an incredible job of making them. So if you need some cool, awesome plants for your dinosaur scenes, I suggest you contact her because they're incredible and we love them. Let's test it. And we have this really cool card illustration by R.J. Palmer, and it looks incredible. I love the colorations, and I really love the cloud effect in the background. On the back of the card, you have all the facts, stats, and information about the Triceratops and this cool figure. There's even a dead dino in the foreground. Okay, so we gotta figure out how to do this pose. It's not gonna be too hard, and it looks like he's using the other horns, the adolescent horn, so we're gonna do that as well. And then we need something in the foreground that died. Mr. Tarbo. Nice, I love it. Let's go, this is sweet. And from all of us here at Creative Beast Studio, thank y'all so much for watching. And don't forget y'all, from the prehistoric to the fantastic, Creative Beast Studios!